Hello, hello. Welcome back to Retrieving Sanity with your host, Keegan. Well, I want to touch on a certain question, if you will. Is addiction a disease, or is it a choice? Or is it somewhere in the middle, or none of those? Well, kind of depends on which way you're looking at it, right? So, what I will say is each side has its merit, and each side plays on the other. So, I'll use me as the example, since, well, alcoholic here. So, why drink? Well, it's socially acceptable, so cool. I enjoy altered states of consciousness, and I was running from everything and nothing all at the same time. It's weird. But anyways, so being faced with alcoholism, is it a disease, or did I choose to be an alcoholic one way or another? Well, here we go. So, for me, it started as a choice, but my choice was going to drink quite a bit. Maybe not get fucked up, but, feel nice and good. Long, hard day, going to celebrate a good day, literally anything. I could go and drink behind anything. It didn't have to be a shit day. It didn't have to be a good day. I could just because I could and wanted to after a certain point. So, anyways, let's look. In our brains are always on the lookout for things that we need, right? So, food, water, shelter, companionship, acceptance. It's also on the lookout for imminent danger, right? So, you should avoid things that hurt you. You should do the things that benefit you, right? So, this is kind of where it gets muddy, if you will. So, yes, I did choose to drink. I did not choose to become alcoholic. So, bear with me. What happened? Somewhere, somehow, somewhere along that line, along the journey, whatever you want to fucking call it, my brain kind of got hijacked, right? It got reprogrammed, and not in a good way whatsoever, mind you. But that's kind of the thing, is that the antidote to the poison is the poison itself, right? So, remember, we're constantly on the lookout for things that benefit and avoid those that will hurt or be a detriment. So, somewhere, my brain went alcohol, good. Alcohol, real good. Alcohol, very real good need, right? So, it sucks. It really did, because along the way, alcohol did not become a like commodity or a luxury, something to take the edge off. No. Somewhere my brain went alcohol equals survival. Now, yeah, I know it sounds fucking stupid, and it sucks. That's why so many people are quiet about it, because it sounds stupid, but they can't help themselves. Trust me, I wanted to help myself, but the thing is that the alcohol or whatever substance someone wants to use, it takes all the worries, all the pain away, even if it's just for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, a millisecond, anything. We want that because we're honestly running from something. So that's where it becomes tricky, because we're sitting here and we come across a paradox, if you will. Well, I drink to feel better. I feel better, but the alcohol has now caused a problem. Well, how do I fix said problem? I know. More will always work and take care of everything, right? Yeah, no. But you cannot talk any kind of sense, if you will, to someone in active addiction. Trust me, we know what the fuck is going on. And at least for myself, I absolutely hated it. And my pride would not let me get help at first. I only really decided to get help after I literally lost everything and then some. But anyways, that's a story for another time. But here's the thing. Yes, it is a disease, and yes, it starts as a choice. We don't get the luxury to sit there and take it back. We don't ever get the reins back unless we seek help and accept the help. Now, that is really fucking hard for a lot of people, especially guys, because we're strong. We're supposed to be this stoic, never hurt, like, emotions. What are those? Yeah, no, it's stupid. And that's why people in addiction, they suffer. They suffer in silence. And it sucks because I felt all alone. No one knew exactly what I was feeling. No one could relate. Everyone that I knew that had gone to rehab wasn't because they had a problem. They went to lessen a sentence, a ticket, whatever. But with enough coaxing or just conditions, all right, they could quit. They could walk away. For me, it got to the point where I wanted to quit, but I couldn't. And what really sucked is I was researching alcohol addiction and how to overcome it. And so I actually learned that the detox on alcohol can send you into DTs, delirium tremens, and that can kill you. You can literally die from trying to get clean from alcohol. So that was a crock of shit for me, because I'm a guy. I had to sit there and fix my problem. But if I did it a certain way, I was going to die. If I didn't do it a certain way, I was going to die. So I had to stop and die, maybe in a little bit, or like right away. And then I had well, I can kind of moderate it, try to, limit how much I drink here and there. And let me tell you, neither was a very pleasant experience, because I tried them. I tried both ends, and it became easier to make it seem like I had control, whenever really I was hurting. I was in a really bad shape, bad way. Like, everyone could see it, but no one really wanted to talk about it, So, yeah, it sucked. I mean, still kind of does. But, I mean, that's why I'm here. I want to share my story. I want to be a voice for someone else that's out there to hear this. That a 30-year-old from Amarillo, fucking Texas, that they have never met, they have no idea who this guy is, and he can relate and kind of shed some light, because coming from a stranger sometimes will make people listen, because it's, oh look, it's Jim, he's just pulling our leg again, he's coming up with this excuse, that excuse, whatever. It's just Jim, ignore him. Like, no, now he gonna have the opportunity to sit there and say, listen, this guy, he gets it. And I am not saying I know all the facets, all the experiences, but through the program that I went through, I got a lot out of it, not just for me. I got to walk with brothers that we all felt so alone. We had no idea that other people actually felt and were doing the same thing we did. Now, you can say that, well, of course, that's what Alcoholics Anonymous or other rehabs and stuff are for. There's people that still suffer, right? But that's the thing, is that it's a form of denial, if you will. It places you in such a weird spot that to admit that you're powerless, to admit you have no idea how to handle it, except for still using, that everything will just fall apart. And that's what sucks, is, again, we usually know what the fuck is up. We know we got a problem. We know we have to do something. But again, like, I was not ready to accept help. And yeah, it sucks. Took me into a chapter of my life that I never thought I would be in. And well, I guess the more I look at it, no one really chooses to be here. But again, right? It started as a choice. But had you told me at a younger age, well, if you drink, this is what's going to happen, I guarantee you I'd still end up doing it. Why? Because fuck you. Fuck your rules. You don't know me. And that is what happens to a lot of us. And again, why do so many people do it if it doesn't work? If people know why they should not do it, then why do they? Well, that's, again, kind of the thing, is that it's, I hate to say it, because it is a form of fear, a form of running. It's self-medicate. It's going, I know how to put a bandage on, but I don't know how to do the surgery. So I'm just going to get the biggest gauze pad that I can and wrap it so many times that it'll fix it, right? And then circulation gets cut off. Next thing you know, you don't got a hand. Well, that's the thing, is that none of us wanted the shit to happen like it did. We got pulled into a vicious cycle because our vice, it fixed what was hurting, what we were running from. It's, for me, it was myself. But that's the thing. Once that's all you know, whenever that vice starts causing the issue, and you only really know one way to handle it, you're going to keep using. For me, it was drinking. And name a combination of just sticking to beer, only liquor, rum, vodka, no drinking outside the house, literally, I mean, name a combination, and I've done it. And you know what happened? None of them really worked. The only thing that I found out through all of that is that it sucked. Yeah, that is the one thing. And yeah, I could white knuckle it, but then I was just a dry drunk, as they are called or referred to, whatever. For me, it's just one of those things that no one gets to choose that, but we do choose how we go about it. And again, do we choose to get help, or do we choose to fight it on our own? And that's the thing. We don't want to admit that we're powerless. We don't want to admit that we don't know what the hell is going on. I did not want to admit that I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. And yeah, I would freeze. And it just manifested in such a way that I knew what the problem was, but whenever you're the problem, how do you run away from yourself? That's why you can't help those that don't want help. No matter how much you want them to feel better, how much you want to help, if they're not going to accept it, if they don't want it for themselves, you can't do anything. So sometimes you do have to cut a tie, and it sucks, but sometimes it's what's needed. But again, we're going to talk about this quite a bit, so that's just a little bit of a insight. Yeah, while I'm still getting used to this audio setup and figuring everything out, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think, how I can improve, what to say or not say, and like, I don't know, make it more scripted, but at the same time, I don't want to be scripted, you know. Anyways, appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe, stay warm, and remember, someone loves you.